Welcome to Crimson Desert. You feeling a little outnumbered, overwhelmed, maybe even underpowered? Don't worry. Today I'm going to show you how you can get the best early game gear in minutes to get you started on your journey right away. Welcome back. Let's get started. So the first weapon on our list is the Huando. This is going to be located just northwest of Hernan at the Lioncrest Manor. Now, from the north side of Lioncrest Manor, you're going to go around to the west and you're going to see this building. This is where you're going to find the weapon. What you need to do is climb up this building and enter through this window. Now, don't feel bad if you do what I did over and over and over again and bypass the window and get on the roof. If you don't make it, get down, try again. Now, once you get in this window, there's going to be a door to the right, and that's where the Huando resides. This weapon is going to be absolutely amazing early game. You have attack at 19. It's full of abyss cores that increase your critical rate, damage, and the ability to siphon stamina as you deal damage. This weapon will help deal massive damage to those early game bosses, as well as help you with crowd control whenever you're a little bit overwhelmed. The next weapon on our list is the Legionnaire's Gladius. This weapon is going to be located directly north of Hernan at the Three Saints Falls. So as you travel north from Hernan, you're going to come across those falls on the left and this bridge. We're going to want to cross the bridge because it's going to be a lot easier to access if we're on the other side. So as we cross this bridge, I'm going to discuss why we're going after this weapon when we already picked up the Huando. So the Huando is a two-handed weapon. It's similar to a katana, deals a lot of damage, and is a really good weapon. But the Legionnaire's Gladius is going to be a single-handed weapon. It still allows you to utilize your shield, and it has different abilities that might be better depending on the type of encounter that you're in. So now that we've crossed the bridge, we're going to make our way up the road just a little bit, and we're going to veer off to the left at about here. You're going to know you're in the right spot because of this tree right here, and you'll also see the iron ore in the cliffside. I ran over here and I noticed that you can also go to the right and there's a hole. I did not attempt to drop down it yet, but it may be something that you want to explore on your own. Instead, I turned around and went towards the cliff with the iron ore and went over to the other side. Now, once you get over the cliff, you're going to travel down a little bit and you'll come across the statue. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky on what you need to do. Um, I tried to go a little complicated and light these candles with my sword glint. As you could tell, that really did absolutely nothing. Sometimes it's just easier to do the basics. So, after a little while of me attempting to get these to light and clearly failing, I decided that maybe I should just walk up to it and see what would happen. And guess what? You can just turn them on. So, don't waste your time like I did and get it done the easy way. So once you light these both, you're going to see directly behind the statue is a gate that opens up. Inside that gate is the chest that holds this weapon. Now this weapon's going to come base with an attack score of about 12. Don't forget that after you get these weapons, at some point you may want to go look into refining them or getting different abyss cores to kind of help boost their stats. So there's one more weapon, but I'm going to talk about it at the end. So onto the armor. We're going to go to Hernan to the notice board, and you're going to turn around and circle to this building. Once you're inside this building, you're going to go up the stairs to where the count is located. Now it's up to you if you want to talk to him or if you have something going on mission-wise or whatnot. But we're actually looking to go to the door to his left. So the purpose of us being here is to get the Oath of Darkness earring. Now, this is a great earring because it gives you +2 defense. So that doesn't seem like a lot, but early game, it could be detrimental on whether or not you survive an encounter, especially when it comes to those boss encounters. So once we get in this room, we're going to open this strong box. The puzzle's not too difficult, but may not get it the first try, right? So just continue till you get through it. There is one prerequisite for this, and that is that technically we have to steal this. So you may need to ensure that before you come up here, you have a mask. That way you can successfully obtain this. Now, I did run into a slight problem while I was trying to get this. So I have my mask and I already had my mask equipped. It really didn't want to let me pick this up. So I actually had to get into my inventory, remove the mask, and then proceed with adding it back. And after that, I was able to pick this up. So if you run into problems, that's something that you may try so that way you can pick this up as well. So the next set of armor Raptors, the bolt and plate armor. Now, this one is a little special because it has to be purchased through contribution shops. Now, if you don't know what that is, I have another video that explains everything and I'll link it at the end of this one. To find this, you need to start at the blacksmith in Hernan, go up the stairs to the north, and circle around up into the castle. Now, once you get into the castle, you're going to want to immediately take a right, and you'll see a door that leads you to the contribution shop. Now, in this shop, you have specialty gear and whatnot that you can purchase that is a little higher tier than what you can get from your normal vendor. The only thing is you're going to need the contribution points to purchase it. The gear we're looking at, I believe, equals to about 17 contribution points. So you should be able to get that relatively quickly through just a few entry missions once you get started with the game. So there's going to be some things in here that we're not going to be able to afford. But first, we have the helm, which has a +4 defense, the armor that has an 8 defense, and the cloak that has a 2 defense. So this armor is going to boost you right from the beginning and really help you with any type of boss encounters that you come across. So the next thing that we're going to look for is the plate gloves of Fallen Kingdom. This is going to be directly northwest of Hernan and is easy enough to find because all you really need to do is find the river and follow it north. Now, once we get to these waterfalls here, things get a little bit more complicated. What we're going to want to do is traverse up this entire cliffside towards where that question mark is located. And towards the top, we will find the waterfall cave entrance that we are looking for. But real quick, about halfway up, you're going to find this abyss nexus right beneath one of the tallest waterfalls. Don't forget to grab this as they are extremely useful to have. So from this abyss nexus, we need to continue up the cliff. As you can tell, this is a rather long and tedious process, but it will definitely pay off in the end. Because these gloves have an attack level of 19 and defense of 7. So this is going to be extremely helpful as a new player coming in to add those extra attributes and stats to your character. So let's continue to progress up this mountain, and when we get to the waterfall, we'll show you how to enter. So as you progress, you'll get almost to the top and you'll see this little ledge right here. As you can tell, there's a pile of rocks stacked on top of one another. That's the indicator that there's something hidden behind this waterfall. So as you approach the waterfall, you're going to want to utilize that stab ability. And as you can see, it launches you through to the other side. So once we get down here, there's several boxes we can loot as well as the chest that's going to contain the gloves. Don't forget to get these other boxes because they do have valuable resources that you can definitely utilize. So we're going to finish looting these boxes, but like I mentioned earlier, there's one more weapon I wanted to discuss, and it is called the Sword of the Lord. Now, this weapon doesn't become available till the end of chapter 2, and to get it, you need to defeat the boss, the Horn Splitter. This is the first real boss that you come in contact with, and it drastically increases the difficulty of the encounter. So, with the weapons and gear that we've obtained in this video, it's going to make this encounter a whole lot easier. Also, there's steps in the video that'll link at the end of this that will also help you really understand how you can manage this boss if you are still struggling. That's it for this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if this helped you, leave a comment down below. Until next time, keep gaming and have fun.